Would you look at that? A ladder! Unfortunately, my design doesn't facilitate this type of...
Well, destiny awaits.
Borderlands trailer just dropped, and it's interesting to say the least. Now, just looking at the trailer as a whole, I am kind of excited for the Borderlands movie. It does remind me of Guardians of the Galaxy a little bit, so it's an interesting take, and honestly, I'm not too upset with that because Borderlands is a franchise that really doesn't take itself seriously, and I like it for that reason. But there's some questions that I have roaming in my head, like what happened to Brick and what happened to Mordecai? Brick is, if you didn't know, the really muscular guy that's basically a bonehead, and Mordecai is the sniper. Like, these roles are not that hard to fill in. Just think for a second. If I'm gonna go ahead and cast Brick, I would think of Dwayne The Rock Johnson or John Cena or any other muscular bonehead in any part of Hollywood. All they have to do is act like a ditz. It's easy. And for Mordecai, I don't know, just cast Johnny Depp or someone like him. That's just who Mordecai is. Just taking a look at Twitter, the reactions are a little mixed when it comes to the characters, as people think that there could have been better casting opportunities, and I completely agree with them. A lot of the characters I would say should have different actors, but that's neither here or there. Let's just see how they perform. But people are kind of excited for this, especially with the direction they've been taking on the whole comedic route, because that is quintessentially Borderlands. And for Jack Black to be ClapTrap, that is a perfect role, and I could not have imagined anyone else being ClapTrap. Okay, going over whatever IGN has written out for the exclusive trailer for Borderlands, we're just gonna go ahead and read through it. So as a report, it's been a long time coming for the first trailer for Borderlands, and it was directed by Eli Roth, screen's adaptation of Gearbox produced video game franchise. Okay, cool. Let's just go ahead and skip ahead a little bit. And this is where I found this interesting. They said, so this isn't Borderlands 1 and this isn't Borderlands 2. So because it's not Borderlands 1, I can get why they don't have Brick or Mordecai. Same with Borderlands 2. So this is completely an approach that they're taking. I don't know how to feel about that, I'll be honest, but we'll see where it goes from there. The Borderlands movie is the first of the Borderlands cinematic universe, and you'll see some characters from some of the different parts of what you might know from the video games, but it also gives us an opportunity to get deeper and expand a little bit. You never met the CEO of Atlas Corporation, and you will meet the character for the first time in Borderlands movie, and his name is Deucalion Atlas. Okay, cool. So the big bad guys that we're gonna see isn't Handsome Jack. That was what was going through my head the entire time. Instead, it's the Atlas Corporation, which we've never met before, and I feel like Gearbox is in hand a part of this entire production, because what it sounds like from here is the entire Borderlands production, they're not trying to retell the story of Borderlands 1 and 2, but they are trying to tell the story of what's going to happen later on, and they're going to make an entire cinematic universe out of that. That actually seems pretty cool. I don't know how it will work. This is going to be one of the first that does this kind of thing, but we'll see. Now, Edgar Ramirez plays Deucalion Atlas, a mogul even wealthier than Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, or Jeff Bezos combined. Cool. I've said you got to imagine that you've got a dick made out of 3 machine guns when you're in the scene. If you didn't know, that's a reference to Borderlands 1. So that's funny. And I think he really liked that feedback. So just going over Borderlands and their game to movie comparison, like, just to make this section pretty short here, they're basically talking about how they're super emotional that it went from a game to a movie, and big shocker, I'm gonna be honest, no one gives a shit. But like I said, with them trying to make an entire cinematic universe out of the games and the movie, and hopefully this means that we're gonna get Atlas as a new bad guy later. Who knows? That actually might be cool. But then that also makes me question, didn't Roland die in Borderlands 2? Like, spoilers, I guess, but dude's dead. Anyways, coming down here, there's not much that's said other than what Pitchford said here. We deal with some serious stuff, and there are real human emotions, and it's story about the family you make instead of the family you're born with, and dealing with loyalty and allegiance and real stuff. There's real stuff in here, but is also but it's also a comedy. We like to laugh and we like to have fun, and we like it when people that enjoy the entertainment we have to offer are having a fun time. So prepare to laugh. We got the gags. That I'm actually excited for. The fact that they focused on the comedy. I don't know what they mean by real stuff. That's a little iffy right there for me, because again, Borderlands is not a movie where you're kind of like, you know, you're supposed to bawl your eyes out to. But with that being said, I'm really excited for the direction they're really taking with this. I know I keep on saying that, but I really can't wait to see what they actually do. They have a lot going for them. I think, honestly speaking, we have yet to see what they have in store, especially Gearbox. If they have a game coming out where Atlas is focused to be a bad guy and then they make an entire cinematic universe, I can see this becoming a very successful franchise that will grow a fan base far larger than it has in the gaming space. And to be honest, I'm glad that it's Borderlands at the end of the day. I hope they really do this well. I hope they really have made a fantastic movie out of this. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But with that being said, if you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, dislike it if you dislike it, and I'll just leave you to ClapTrap basically shitting himself. See ya. Bye.
What's happening right now?
I'm expelling the excess lead. I can't go if you're looking at me. Ooh, actually, scrap that. I can. I really can. Actually, it's helping.
Are we really ready for this to finish?
Keep looking at me.